Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Tyler. Welcome back to the Tyler Williams channel. Welcome to the Wrestling Year End Awards. If you guys have not tuned into the other videos, make sure you guys go to the comments section, not the comment section, the playlist in the description down below and go watch the other videos. If you're just joining in, hey, what's going on? Make sure you comment down below. Tell me, guys, what you think about this award. We are now going to announce the Breakout Star of 2017. Like I said, we're not going to stray away from just it being a WWE. We'll be looking at other wrestling companies, but this one really is focused on WWE as well, even though it was kind of hard because I had to consider a lot of wrestlers in this category really should be coming from like New Japan and Ring of Honor. And yeah, there is one wrestler from Ring of Honor in here. So let's go through this. So the three we have is the current UK champion, Pete Dunn, former Ring of Honor champion Cody Rhodes, and Braun Strowman. And I think this category is also very hard to go off of because all three men have just had a very, very great 2017. I mean, let's start with Braun Strowman. He started off 2017 feuding with Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. Well, he attacked Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. And though their feud did go on for a very long time, it nonetheless was a great feud, and I honestly thought that it should be, if there was a category feud of the year, it would be feud of the year. That feud helped elevate Braun Strowman to the spot he's in today. And look at him. He has 2 Universal Championship matches this year, both of which he lost, sadly. But if you got to that point and you started off facing Roman Reigns, that's great for Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman was the monster among men, as though he like to shove down your throat. He was the opposing big man on the roster. He was like basically the Big Show of the roster. You guys know how Big Show was treated back in the early 2010s and late 2000s. So he basically was the Big Show of WWE. But moving on from Braun Strowman, the other guy in the category would be Pete Dunne, who in the beginning of the year was in the UK tournament. Made it to the final round, faced Tyler Bate. He did not win the match. Tyler Bate won. But right after that, we did see Pete Dunne face Tyler Bate in what would be voted as by many people as match of the year against him at NXT TakeOver Chicago. Great match. And Pete Dunne has had his really good matches all year. He had that match against him in the UK tournament, had the match against Tyler Bate again at Chicago. He had a great match against Johnny Gargano on NXT. He had a really good match at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn in the tag team match with him, Wolfgang, Pete Dunne, and Trent Seven. He had a really, really good match on NXT against Mark Andrews. Like, Pete Dunne has had a really good 2017. And the last guy in this category being Cody Rhodes, who left WWE around early 2017, I believe. If not early 2017, it was late last year. But Cody Rhodes, man, that guy was a true revelation of you don't need WWE to be successful. He went to Ring of Honor, and not only did he basically just build himself up again, because, you know, Cody Rhodes was basically stuck in a mid-card, but he established himself as a main player in the independent scene. Like, he was the guy in Ring of Honor, and he's pretty much still is the guy in Ring of Honor right now. He became Ring of Honor champion. He introduced a Ring of Honor, a literal Ring of Honor. Not only that, but he introduced a new Ring of Honor championship. Like, Ring of Honor basically strapped a rock on this guy. Like, this is our guy. And if you get sent around by a company, that speaks volumes for you. So, yeah, Cody Rhodes was definitely a breakout star this year. So, process of elimination once again. We're going to narrow it down. I am going to take out Pete Dunne. As much as I like Pete Dunne, I do think that he was not utilized enough this year to really be the breakout star of the year, if that makes sense. Like, he had great matches, don't get me wrong, but I can only count on 2 hands how many Pete Dunne matches I've seen this year. Like, that's what I mean. Like, don't get me wrong, outside of WWE, I've seen him wrestle outside of WWE, I'm not getting you wrong, but in WWE, I've only seen him wrestle at least like 7, 5, 8 times maybe. That's really not enough to, you know, categorize a guy as like being wrestler of the year, which some people are calling him. I'm like, I don't know. He really hasn't been that exposed. Maybe he'll get some more exposure next year. I'm hoping they're going to utilize him a lot more and not just have him facing in one-offs on NXT every other month, because that's basically what they have him doing now. I feel like he could do a lot more than that. And that will make it come down to Cody Rhodes and Braun Strowman. And as much as I want to give it to Cody Rhodes, I'm going to give it to Braun Strowman. I think that Braun Strowman... Actually, you know what? Switch that. I'm going to give it to Cody Rhodes. I like Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is great at what he does. He evolved from this wrestler who kind of was still greenish in a sense, and he became one of the best... Not one of the best on the roster, but he became one of the best imposing figures on the entire WWE roster. And yes, he is, you know, Braun Strowman. But the thing about that is, Braun Strowman did lose, like, at least twice to Brock Lesnar. And those 2 losses to Brock Lesnar, one at No Mercy, one at SummerSlam, kind of broke Braun Strowman's momentum, if that makes sense. Like, his momentum went down after SummerSlam. They rebuilt him back up to face Brock Lesnar, and he lost again. And then they had to rebuild him back up again. Like with Cody Rhodes, they never had to do that because Cody Rhodes rarely lost this year. And if he did, he bounced right back from it. He's the leader of the Bullet Club. He's got a great thing going for him. And he was a long-term Ring of Honor champion. Braun Strowman did not hold a title at all this year, even though he should have. And above all, Cody Rhodes, I believe, won a lot more. No, Braun Strowman might have won a lot more matches than Cody did. But the thing was, when it mattered, Braun Strowman really didn't win that much, if that makes sense. So for that reason, I'm going to give this award to Cody Rhodes. Make sure you guys go in the playlist and look at the other videos.